Godspeed, John Glenn.
Space. The final frontier.
Ready for warp, sir.
Let's punch it.
Well, hello there. It's Tooney from Tooney Stark Industries, and I'm starting a video on my build for the Klingon Vor'cha class battle cruiser, 1/1400 scale. I did get a little start on this already, but not much. I'll look and show you where I'm at so far. So basically, all I've done so far is drilled out all the windows that I'm going to have on here for light coming through, and on the side as well. And I've attached the edge piece along here, so that part is done. I've decided I am going to cut out, and I have already cut out right in here, and I'm going to put a green light underneath that as well, so that is lit up. Might not be totally accurate, but it'll look cool. So that is where I'm at. I've put the edges on the front nose piece there. What I'm doing right now is going to be getting everything prepped for light leaks. We don't want light leaks, and then primed and everything, and get a base coat on it before I start in on the wiring. The wiring, I'm going to be using this here board. It's an older one from Don's Light and Magic, and so that the navs and strobes and everything blinks, and it looks cool. So that is where that is at. I will keep the little videos and segments as I go through this, but the next steps here for me is just basically cleaning the edges. I'm going to put some putty along the inside for light leaks, and just get everything, putting spray electric tape on the inside and stuff so it doesn't leak through, and then get the outside primed and stuff. So I'm in prep mode, pieces prep mode. Alright, we're just going to get this using 1000 grit sandpaper. That's water sandpaper. You can use it, wet dry sandpaper I should say. Clean up any excess cement, any unevenness between the two pieces. So I've sanded it down. Now I'm going to take some of the putty, and I'm going to putty on the outside to make sure like there's a little gap here. Get rid of that gap. A little bit there. Make sure it's all real perfectly smooth right across there. And then I'm also going to do all along the inside, right along here, right at that seam, in an effort to prevent light leak. Nobody likes light leak. So since I'm going through it, all the effort, let's make sure it looks damn good. So that is the next step. I'm going to do that to this. I'm going to do that to this. I've already sanded this one too. And then I think after I get that done, these pieces will be ready for their first bit of priming. So I'm make a little pile here. Goopy stuff. Alrighty then. Just using this little jobby here, micro brush. Figured that ought to work good. Never tried it, but here we go. Well, seems to work just fine. But just get it along that seam there. Make sure that that joint isn't going to have light come leaking through it, because that wouldn't look good. Alright, so gotten all the way around the inside. Now I'm going to do a little bit on the outside here on these seams here, and then I'll have to resand that. One other thing to note too, I found that is handy, is put small amounts of the putty out because it dries quick, and then it's easier to work with. So small amounts, just keep squirting out of the tube. I'm also one of the kind of person who doesn't mind putting my finger right on there and getting it dirty, because then I can actually feel when I'm getting it in the grooves, and I don't know, something about it. I grew up in an era where in science class they let you play with mercury, so you don't do that anymore. Alright, so back here again, and I have gotten the putty all done on both pieces that I was doing. And I'm going to let that dry. So while that is drying, I'm going to go through and make sure, still doing a pieces prep work here. So I'm going to go through, and you know the little edges that makes when you come off of these things? You got all those, so you got nice smooth edges. Again, pay attention to the detail. See if I can bring the camera over here. Alright, so it's just sitting together. It's not actually together. You just see the bottom of everything is sitting over here. But I do think I have to go back, and I'm going to put a couple more windows along here. I see there's it's hard to tell looking at the box, but I mean there's lights. I have windows up here, so I think I'm going to put in a couple of windows down here. There's space for me to get it. Where I'm not pointing it right there. It's space for me to get it right there, so I can, and maybe even right through this piece right there. Just because I got windows here, so that is what I will do. I got to go and sit with Lloyd at the old bar because we can't let Lloyd sit alone at happy hour. So I will check back in here, and we are back at it. Still prepping pieces. Kind of looking more into where I need to get prepped and what I got in my hands right here right now. This is the little disruptor, just whatever the hell on the front. This would go here and here. Well, I gotta have a red light coming out of there. Here's the LED. Gotta drill a hole in this. It was 3 pieces. Figured it'd be easier to just glue them together and then drill a hole in it and fit the LED in there. And you can see light does come through it pretty. It doesn't work on the camera, sorry. Trust me. So first thing I'm going to do is make sure I don't go too far into the piece. So I'm going to mark the drill bit so I don't go further than the orange mark. Alright, some people probably would advise not to do this holding it in your hands. I'm not one of those. Oh, it is a little bit trickier than I thought. Let's use some manual persuasion. I'm not going to go all the way through with it this way. I just want to get it started. Oh, come on. Okay, so it came apart into 2 pieces, but that might be helpful. Get the hole started in the first one. Alright, so my battery died there. I'm still working on that same little piece. Trying to get that hole through the first piece. This is their little disruptor or whatever on the front. Just gotta get through there. Not a lot to it. You just gotta take your time. Make sure this baby stays straight forward. Not gonna be a lot left on the edge. I think I'm getting near the edge of that plastic. We're gonna change bits. Drop size. Err on the side of the caution. It's always, that seems prudent. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. Good old George W. Alright, this is a little closer. Still a little edge to the edge. Because you can see, I don't know if you can see on the, a little bit of white there, so I'm getting really close to the edge. It's going to go though. Slowly but surely. Just don't call me Shirley. I think I gotta drop a bit size again. Alright, we're back. I I'm missing a bit, but we're going to move forward anyways. So keep it straight, get it through. I do realize that I'm risking a bit of pain when this thing comes from the other side with my fingers in the way. But you can't make an omelet without breaking a couple eggs. Man, the tediousness of it is something, isn't it? Getting there. Oh, I can feel it. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Alright, now that needs to be cleaned because we pushed plastic out. I don't know if you can see that. That crap's got to come off of there. Obviously. I want that hole to be a little further in the old blaster. So I need to get that so it fits again in there. See, now there's crap in the way, so we got to clean it out. Nobody likes crap. Come on. What's your problem? Oh, there we go. Now, this isn't the bit size, but I can mark my hole. It's really all I want to do is mark the hole so I can go straight through. There, I marked my hole. Now we can go back to some power tools and get a little further in. Kind of just want to hollow this thing out so it all lights up red when you fire off the LED. I'll let the plastic be green, but a red LED coming out of there should be pretty damn cool, I think. Ooh, I'm already getting close. A little bit more. Kind of wiggle around in there too. Open that cavity space up. It's actually two pieces glued together, so it's really kind of goofy. Alright, so I think I have a little piece made. There's a little hole in there, it goes all the way through. It's drying, so I'm not going to stick the light in there, but that will go in this, which I got the hole in there, so we get the wires to there. Goes on there. Alright, well, there's my first test of the little disruptor dealie. And that is actually just sitting on there. I actually didn't do mounting on there. I'm not sure if I'll do that or fiber optics, but that itself is kind of cool. I got so many lights on, it's hard to... Oh, shut that off. Where'd it go? Alright, so got a little test here. A little piece I made, this is the disruptor piece. This goes here. Well, this is easier. It's that piece right there that they shoot at. So, got it hollowed out. This, still not sure if I'll use fiber optics, but this doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. This doesn't even go all the way in. That could work. Alright, so I liked that. Putting the light here in the bottom of that. I can't put it in there anymore because it's not in there. And that is now actually gluing into its little spot, which this will eventually... It goes there. And goes boom. Alright, I got a little test here where I put the... it's not glued together, I'm just kind of holding it together, pieces together, but that's that's kind of the how that front's going to be. The little piece is there. Let me shut this off. There. Alright, so I think this is going to be the last report from this little work area here for a bit, because I think we're ready to do some priming. So I'll relocate the camera down there to the bit where the painting area is. But this turned out really nice. I really like how smooth it is. And this one too. That works well. 1000 grip, baby. 1000 grip, wet sandpaper. So, we will see you in the basement when we are doing some priming. See ya.